Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fawnest anime podcast.
Hello.
Although I just changed it to Fawnest because I felt like it looked cleaner.
Understandable. But we know what it's about. This is our part 2. Now that I finished Naruto finally, after about 10 years.
Yeah, for real. Why did
I mean,
it
it's a
take you so
long anime. It's a long.
But you were on like the last part. For a fat minute.
So what happened was, right? That anime makes me emotional, okay? So, also, spoilers. Spoiler alert, so everybody knows.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't want spoilers, skip this episode.
Do not watch this. Yes. So basically, I got to the part where they busted out and they were like, yo, Obito is Madara. And then Madara came, and I was like, oh, shit. And then Madara beat the 4 Kage's asses. And I was like,
what the fuck was that?
Okay. And then Orochimaru, of all people, came to help with the 4 Hokage. And I was like, and then it got to the part where Sasuke and Naruto got their asses beat. And I was like, and it was just like a perpetual, we were in a perpetual state of, oh, you thought that was the fight? The real fight's getting ready to start. But then it happened again where it was like, you thought that was the fight? No, the real fight has not started yet. And then it happened again, and then it happened again, and then it happened 3 more times. And I was like, okay, I gotta take a break. It was like very traumatic for me, right? And then finally we got to the part where it was like, okay, but here's the real fight, right? And then they pulled out a fucking god, and I was like, hold up. Wait, at first it was like the demigod that was like, hey, y'all gotta fight this god. I'm gonna give y'all some god powers so y'all can fight this god. And then they had to fight the god. And then that whole fight, like, I had to take a break before that fight started. Because, you know, once you get all the way into, like, that fight scene, you kind of gotta watch it all the way through. And then we finally got through all of that. And then it was like, but wait, that still wasn't the real fight.
What was the name of I
can't remember the deity, like the lady deity. I can't remember. Hold on, because it was
starts with a K.
I wanted to say Kimimori, but that's something else.
No, that's the bone guy. Kaguya.
There we go. Kaguya. Yeah. And then how we found out what the tree was and how the tree. I was like. But you know what? She murdered all those people. But it was another case of, can we really blame the villain here? Is the villain here really a villain? They were gonna kill her. They wanted to kill her. She was just trying to protect herself for people who were trying to kill her, right?
Sure.
And I was just like, is the villain really a villain here? And I had that like conversation with myself about Madara too, because like, yeah, Madara's, his execution, questionable. The thought process, I kind of get it, right? I kind of get the thought process. He didn't really know what he was doing. I mean, he kind of knew what he was doing. He was trying to take over the world, right? But like, yeah, he knew what he was doing with that. But like, he didn't know that they were going to be, did he know that they were going to be like having their like power siphoned out of them?
No.
I don't think, because that's right, because the little other part of Madara, the black, what's it called?
Yeah.
The black Zetsu was manipulating them the whole time. I was like, oh my God, like talk about played yourself. I remember that. Yeah, it was all a really elaborate plot. I remember when I got to that, when I was like, what? Imagine you find out the puppet master, right? So, because we found out that Obito was, well, first it was fake Madara, right? That was actually Obito. And we were like, oh my God, he's the real puppet master. Because originally we thought it was Pain, right?
Yeah.
Then it was Obito. And then we found out that, okay, well, it's or Toby, I guess. But then it's like, Toby's Madara. But he's not Madara. He's actually Obito posing as Madara. But then Madara pulled up and was like, hey, yeah, I'm in charge of everything. It was all me. But then, like, Madara was getting manipulated too. Like, it was a whole, like, everybody in the whole series was getting manipulated. So it's like, is anybody really a bad? I mean, they're bad guys because, like, how they, like, handled the situation. But it's just like they were all manipulated and like brainwashed into thinking that what they were doing was a good thing, right? Like, you know, from their world's outlook.
I mean, throughout that whole freaking section, I still to this day love the whole Sasuke Naruto reunite era. You know, like the whole freaking war was basically about Naruto and Sasuke reuniting.
Yeah, literally. Literally. It
Because-
was nice to see them fight together finally.
And it was nice for Itachi to get his goodbye with Sasuke. Remember I talked about how I put the crow in Naruto's eye? Yeah, and you didn't know why. It was funny because he was like, I used it so that way my eyes couldn't be used against you. But then I came back to life and used my eyes against you, and then it woke me up.
Imagine. It was like such a good, this anime was really well thought out, and like in terms of, and then of course right now I'm watching AOT again because we know after I watch a long anime I gotta just go back and watch my OG favorite anime, right? This anime had a lot, like Naruto had a lot of like emotions in it, and there was like a lot of backstory and plot to it. So in terms of long animes that I watched, this is definitely my favorite, I think, because like it just gives you so much detail, so much backstory. Honestly, though, I still think that out of every single arc, there was the most painful one, even after watching like Itachi's whole thing, and that was fucked up. The arc that really just stabbed you in the heart, and they just like twisted it, and they just kept fucking to the very end. Did they twist that knife? Was the Asuma arc.
Oh yeah, I knew you'd say Asuma.
I didn't even
I was
like that
sad when
character that
Neji
much.
Got knocked out too.
Yeah, I didn't expect that one.